Hi everyone, and welcome to the best and worst high-end products. I thought I'd just make a kind of fun, easy breezy type of video, something makeup related, nothing too dramatic considering the drama that was surrounding this channel yesterday, but we won't go into that. So yeah, somebody asked me if I could do my top and worst MAC products, but to be honest with you, I'm not a kind of MAC fanatic like some people here on YouTube are. I did go through sort of a phase of being a bit like that, but I'm not really like that anymore, and I think there's so many great brands that do really great products apart from MAC, but MAC does have a very special place in my heart just because of the variety that it carries. Another thing is how I feel about high-end products. I think with certain products you do get what you pay for, and the higher end ones are nicer. So I would, with foundation for example, tend to go for a higher end product, not because they're always better, because I've got one here, I've got two here actually that are in my worst category, but the majority of the time I do tend to like them better. But for other things, like blush for example, I think that the drugstore versions are just as good, and things like eyeshadows, I think higher end versions tend to be a little bit better. So I'm going to start with foundations, my top picks for the kind of best and worst high-end foundations. So I've got 5 here. Yep, I've got 5. I'm going to start with the 2 that are the worst. The first one is MAC's Mineralized Satin Finish. This is in NW35, which is like a gazillion times too dark for me. And every time I get matched for a foundation by someone other than me, it tends to be really dark. Same happened with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So I think from now on I don't need to listen to the women and I just need to match myself. But this foundation is a very strange one. It's kind of like a cross between Revlon Photo Ready and MAC Face and Body, but with more coverage, if you know what I mean. It's got an SPF 15 in it. It's very sticky. It's the kind of product that you really feel on your skin. It sits there and it goes very oily, and when you put it on it doesn't look dewy, it just looks oily even when it's applied. And it kind of, I don't know, it's a kind of product that I wish I'd never ever spent the money on, because it was just really not worth it. It sits on the skin, it really exaggerates your pores, it's got shimmer in, so it kind of doesn't look very natural, and it's just really not my kind of product. But if you've got very dry skin, maybe it would be okay, but even then the feel of this, it's just so heavy on the skin, I really don't like it. And the next one is Estee Lauder's Double Wear Light. But the reason that I don't like this is because the colour is a little bit too dark. But I also find that the finish of it isn't particularly extraordinary, given the price and given the hype around this product. I think the colour of it is kind of quite off. And this is, I've got an intensity 4.0, and the shade down from this is a little bit too pale for me. But this one is way too dark. It's quite orangey, the tones are a little bit off, and the finish is just not anything extraordinary. So that's a worst. Then for my top 3 best high-end foundations. The first one we have is Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. I used to really dislike this, but I adore it now. And it works really well on my skin type. It really just looks kind of perfect, but quite natural at the same time. It's matte, but not kind of, it doesn't give you a flat matte look, if you know what I mean. It's a really lovely product, and I really recommend it. Then we have MAC's Face and Body Foundation, which looks like this, which I absolutely love. I've loved this for a really long time, and there is no other product on the market, I think, that is like this. The look it just gives your skin, it instantly gives you flawless, fresh, rested looking skin, and it's absolutely amazing. And then the last foundation that I love is NARS Sheer Glow. This is probably one of my all-time favourites, just because it's so light but gives you great coverage, and it looks extremely natural on the skin, and it's just one of those products that really melts into your complexion and just gives you a really fresh, lovely look where you can't tell you've got makeup on, but it's matter than MAC Face and Body, and it's got more coverage, and I absolutely adore this one. Then sticking with the theme, concealer. My favourite high-end concealer is the Laura Mercier Secret Concealer, yeah, in shade 3. This is my absolute favourite high-end concealer. I absolutely love it. Then in terms of products I don't like, again, I've got 2 blushes here which I'm not overly keen on. The first one is MAC's Something Special, which is a cream blends blush, and the reason I don't love this is I think its formula is really hard. This is what the colour looks like. It's kind of like a salmony pink. The formula is really hard and you don't get much pigmentation. And another MAC one I've got is Pink Swoon, but this is probably my fault because this is a sheer tone blush, so it is quite sheer. But again, I just don't think it's worth the money. You can get colours like this from other brands, much cheaper brands, and I just find that the colour of it's not particularly amazing and the formulation's not that unusual. So those are 2 that I kind of think are not really the best to splurge on. Then for things that I do like, we've got eyeshadows. None in particular, but MAC eyeshadows I think are really worth the money. Beautiful colours, beautiful formulas, really great quality, and they don't crease. So we love those. And Urban Decay, this is the Naked Palette 2. Urban Decay shadows are really amazing quality as well, and really I think they're quite mid-price range. They're not really expensive, but they're not cheap either. And I really love these. So those are my kind of best of the high end. I keep wanting to say best of the drugstore, but it's not drugstore. Then I've got a few lip glosses here, and my disappointing ones that are high end are the MAC Dazzle glasses. Now I always buy these because I just get tempted by the colours and by how shimmery they are and things like that, but really they are the stickiest formula you could possibly come across. You can feel the glitter, they're uber sticky, they do last a while on your lips, but they're incredibly sticky, and I'm just not a fan of that, and I don't think they're particularly nice quality lip glosses. Then, oh, and by the way, those were in the shades Sugar Rimmed and Baby Sparks. Baby Sparks, Sugar Rimmed. Then another one that I think is a little bit strange is this MAC lip gloss in Underage. It's a very nude, kind of milky lip gloss. And this formula is quite strange because it's a very pigmented formula, but it doesn't last very long on my lips. So I don't think that this is worth the money. Something that I do like, I don't tend to buy these because I'm not a big lip gloss girl, but the Lancome Juicy Tubes, this is in shade 15 called Cherry, and I think this was a limited edition one though, but the Lancome Juicy Tubes are really sticky, but not in a way that everything sticks to them, if you kind of get what I'm saying. They last a really long time on the lips, but they don't give you that kind of horrible gloopy, sticky feeling. They're really nice. If you like lip gloss, these are a really good one to get. Then for lipsticks, all the MAC lipsticks in my opinion are definitely worth the money. They're really lovely formulas. But the only ones that I think aren't are the glaze finishes. This is a glaze finish lipstick. This is called Lollipop Loving, and like I said again, it's a glaze finish, which means it's got minimum colour payoff, quite a lot of shimmer, and it just gives you kind of like a glaze of colour, but it's not worth the money in my opinion at all. They're very shimmery as well. But something that is worth the money is the cream sheen formulas. This one right here is an example. It's Creme de Nude, and these are really lovely formula. They're really moisturising and hydrating and go on really in a silky way. But that being said, I do think that they're not high-end lipsticks are nice as a treat, but don't kind of think that they're the only ones to go for, because there are so many drugstore lipsticks that are really lovely and equally creamy, like the number 17 ones. Then I've got 2 examples of mascaras here that I think are really great. The first one is Benefit's They're Real mascara. I bought this a while ago and I do really like this, but I think that it's overpriced. I think that they should kind of lower the price to about £12, something like that, and then it would be kind of, it would be more expensive than your average mascara, but it would be really good. And It gives you really lovely, lovely eyelashes. The only thing I kind of don't love about it though is it's quite hard to remove, but this is a really nice mascara. And the other one is Lancome's Hypnose Drama. This is just a sample size of it, but this is a really, really nice mascara. I'll show you what the brush looks like. It's kind of like a domed little brush that gets a lot of product on, and it's really easy to kind of build lots and lots of drama and volume. So I really like that, and that is definitely worth the price if you like dramatic lashes. And yeah, I think that is it. I think I have. I've gone through all my products that I love from high end and the products that I kind of don't like that much. Let me know what your favourite and dislikes are from higher end brands, and pop them in the comments below, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.